So in the last video, we answered a bunch of questions. That was really fun. So we're going to answer more in this video. Again, these are real questions from our viewers. Practicing by ourselves can be boring. What can we do to help this situation? That is really true. I have the same problem. Sometimes, say if I discover something new, I'm really motivated and I want to practice a lot. But after a while, I get bored and I want to stop. It's hard to consistently practice alone. That's why we have practicas. That's why we have classes. If you go to a practica, you see other people practicing that can motivate you to practice. Or if it's a guided practica, the person who is running it can give you something to practice that helps too. In a class, the teacher gives you some material. You can practice that. This is no different than, say, a personal trainer. It is hard to go to a gym and work out every day by ourselves. So that's why we hire a personal trainer to motivate us. The same is true for professional ballet dancers. They actually take classes all the time. In the class, there are other professional dancers of similar level to them. And there's a very experienced teachers who give them material to practice. And that helps them to keep their craft at the top level. So if you feel it's difficult for you to practice alone, don't blame yourself. It's just human nature. Go find some friends, go find a practica, let other people motivate you, and your practice in those places will motivate other people too. Can musicality be taught? The short answer is no. The longer and more detailed answer is yes and no. When we first come into contact with Tango music, maybe we have a lot of feeling when we listen to the music. But many of us do not know much about the music. We don't know what is the musical structure. Some of us cannot even find the beat. We don't know what instruments are playing. What is the role of each instrument? We don't know the lyrics. We don't know what people are singing. So without those knowledge, sometimes dancing to the music can be a little bit difficult. And learning those things will help. Also, when we first learn tango, we don't really know how to use our body to move to it. For example, when we learn walking, we need to learn how to walk with the rhythm of the music, the most basic thing, right? Walking with the walking beat. And we also can learn how to use our body to create pausa. When there's a pause in the music, how can we create the pause in our dance? There are many tools and elements we can learn about the music and about our body technique so that we can articulate the music in our dance. Also, another way is, I know some people do that, is you can look at how people with good musicality dance, look even at one dance they have danced, and we copy that. That's also another way. Study. This person at this moment, when there's a lot of rhythm, this person walked this way. Okay, we can try to copy that. All those things we can learn. So that's what I say. Yes, musicality can be learned, but at the end of the day, the music in our dance is from how we feel. It's not from what we think. Even if you have a lot of tools in your head, a lot of examples, a lot of knowledge in your head about how to do it, and when the music happens, you tell yourself to do it. If you do it that way, it's more like you're doing homework, or it's more like you're just copying somebody else's musicality. It's not really yours. But if you hear the music and the emotion that you hear, the dynamic that you hear actually drive yourself to move in a certain way, actually drive yourself to create some movement in the music, that musicality is yours because nobody else would do it that way. We are the one who has to actually dance what we hear. Nobody can hear what we hear. We have to show people, we have to show our partner, we have to show ourselves in our dance what we are hearing. It's like in the old days when people learn how to paint, one thing they do is to copy the master's paintings. They copy very famous paintings in order to learn how the master sees and what the master do to put what they see on the canvas. But at the end of the day, if you want to be a real painter, you need to go see things for yourself and paint what you see. Yeah. Dancing tango for me is exactly the same. You need to listen to the music and show people what you hear. All those tools, all the knowledge that you learn may help you, but they are not substitute of what you really hear yourself. That is unique, and that is your own musicality. I have danced for 3 years. I have taken a lot of figura classes, and I know a lot of figuras. I also watch a lot of videos of Argentinian dancers. When I watch these videos, I feel that there's something I don't like about my own dancing. When I dance in the milonga, I feel I have some limit. What should I do? You mentioned you have learned a lot of figures already. But beyond the figures, there are many, many things in tango that you can learn, you can investigate, you can enjoy. What is the attitude when we dance? Where do we focus our mind when we dance? When we are not dancing, what can we do to enjoy ourselves in the milonga? How do we watch other people dance? What kind of music do you like? Why do you like them? What are the lyrics about? What are the people singing about? How does the music make you feel, and how can you put that in your dance? There are many, many, many things that are beyond the figures that is about tango. Figures are not unimportant. We need to have figures in order to dance, but they are only the starting point. Try to investigate beyond the figures what you like, what excites you, what makes you interested, and I think you'll be rewarded. You said there's something you don't like about your dance, and when you dance in the milonga, you feel there's some limit. I would recommend you to go think about what are the things you don't like about your dance, and what is the limit that you feel when you dance in the milonga. Exactly what do you mean? Is it that you don't like how your dance look? Or is it that whenever you create those figures, you don't feel comfortable, or your partner is not happy? Or what is the limit in the milonga? You don't get all the dances you want, or you cannot do exactly what you want with everybody you dance with? You need to be more specific about what you don't like about your dance. After you have done that thinking, then you can hone in on the problems to solve. For example, actually, I don't like my dance because I don't look elegant. There are ways to learn to be more elegant. You can go take group classes or private classes, or find some friends and study together. You can look at videos. There are many ways to learn. So really, you just need to do a little bit investigation, dig a little deeper about what is your discontent about your own dancing. And that's the beginning of solving your problem. Good luck. So that's all the questions we have today. We really love these questions, so we hope you send us more. You can leave a comment below, or if you look at the description of this video, there's a way to contact us there. Peace, love, and tango.